Yo, it's Shady Boss, spawning in cold, stone and a torch, no silver, just gold. Naked and broke, but I move with a plan. Farming these nodes with a rock in my hand. Chopping these trees like I'm setting a tone. Building my base out of nothing but bone. Got traps at the door, yeah, I'm cooking with flair. Step on my land, say a quick prayer. I wire like Tesla, or maybe just guessing. Hook my fridge up to the light, now I'm stressing. Solar on the roof, battery fried. Turret turned on and it cooked my hide. Farm runs deep, I don't mess with the roads. Got my own grind, I'm stacking my loads. Recycling junk while I freestyle fate. Raid me, you better not show up late. From bandit to outpost, name rings loud. Solar squad, I stand out in the crowd.
What's good, survivors? It's your boy Shady Boss 420. Today I'm bringing you a quick video showing you how to build an auto smelter. So in this video I'll be showing you step by step how to do this, starting with the materials that you will need. So first you'll need 2 electric furnaces, 3 electrical branches, 3 storage adapters, 1 solar panel, 2 industrial conveyors, a wiring tool, an industrial tool, a small battery, and a storage chest. So start by placing down your storage chest wherever you want it, and then you will place your 2 electrical furnaces. You can do this with normal furnaces, but you have to turn them on or hook up an auto turn-on switch with an igniter. With the electrical furnaces, you don't have to do that, which does require tier 2. But anyways, so you put your storage adapters on the box and the 2 furnaces. You put your battery down. This is just the order I do it in. You don't have to do it in this exact order, but this is just how I do it. So you put your battery down where you want it. I recommend keeping the battery and the conveyors in your main core of your base as well as the storage box. So you put your conveyors on the wall, and you put your electrical branches. You need 3 of these. You could use a splitter. I prefer to use branches because you can always add on when you get a bigger battery and more electrical things. And then now you're going to want to go up on your roof, use a ladder or build your way up there, whatever you want to do. Place down your solar panel or whatever your power source is. You can use a generator, you can use a wind turbine, whatever you want to use. If you're using solar panels, I think you have to place them southwest or southeast works best, from what I've heard. On console at least. And you want to hook up your solar panel's power output to the battery's power input, the battery's power output to your first electrical branch, and then from the first electrical branch you want the power out to go into the second electrical branch's power in. And then from the second one, the power out into the other branch's power in. And then from the first one, you want to put the branch out into your first electrical furnace. Takes me a second here to get the right. It's kind of on a tricky angle there. I had to jump up there. Tried opening the door, but I put the door so it opens inward, so that didn't help. But there, I got it. And then the second branch, first you gotta set your branch to 3. Your first and second branch need to be set to 3. Make sure you do that. And then the second branch goes to the second furnace, the branch out. And then the third branch, the branch out, goes to the power in for the first industrial conveyor, and then go to the pass-through on the industrial conveyor and put that to the power in of the second conveyor. You can turn both of these on now. And I also recommend setting whatever one is your first conveyor and going to the filters and going to resources. And first you want to put in high qual, then you want to put in metal ore, and then sulfur ore. If you're using a regular furnace, you're going to want to put wood. I do put that in this video. You don't need it for the electrical furnaces, but I do put it on here just in case. If you want to add an a regular furnace, you can always have wood in there, and then you just throw your wood in the chest, and it'll fill the furnaces with wood and ore. And then you take your pipe tool from the industrial output of the first conveyor, the one you set up with, or the input of the first conveyor with the one you set up, and you put that, the input from that conveyor goes to the output of the first box. So input of the conveyor to the output of the box, and then the output of the conveyor goes to the first furnace. So the output of the conveyor, I got messed up here because it didn't want placed properly. The output, and this is still the first conveyor, into the input of the first furnace. And then for however many furnaces you have, you just go from the output of the furnace to the input of the furnace and continue that cycle. And then you go from the output of the final furnace into the input of the second conveyor. And then the output of the second conveyor goes into the input on your storage box. And then I have to run really quick here to get some ore to show you that this works. This will only take a second. I sped up the clip. And don't forget, if you put a ladder on your base, take it off. Alright, so we're going to throw this sulfur ore into the furnace here, or the storage chest here. And after a second here, you will see that it is all set up, and it is smelting the sulfur and putting it back into the box. Alright, this has been Shady Boss 420. Please like, subscribe for more content. Peace out.